Welcome to Metaphor ReFantazio demo. So there's a lot of hype around this game at the moment, and you know what I thought? I thought, I'm going to go and download the demo. I'm going to go and give this a go. And I'm probably going to fall in love with it. So without further ado, let's get in there, let's see what's going on. I've never opened the game, I haven't done anything other than sort of set up the background here, so everything you see is first hand, shall we say. Yes, we'll proceed with English text, please. I'm gonna go with Japanese audio, actually. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I can still sort of see it there, so I think I'm gonna look on the capture, we're gonna go for that. Okay, autosave, pretty standard. Yeah, work fiction. We know that. So what am I expecting? Good battle system, fantastic music, and nice graphics. Pretty basic expectations, I would say. Considering the last Atlas game that I actually played was Persona 5 Royal. It is an option now, Pazifar. I'm going to try and keep it authentic.
なんということだ。陛下のお命が奪われるなど。
王子殿下に続いてこのような急ぎ世継ぎを決めねば王の魔法の継承が途切れて。
そうなれば他国からの侵攻が。
それだけではない。我が国は連合王国。悪くすれば内戦もあろう。
国難にこそ我らは結束せねば。
王殿陛下。
誰がこのような。
王の寝所に入れるものなど限られています。ですが。
いや、陛下は王の魔法を継ぐ希代の魔導士。心臓を一月など並大抵のものでは。
王子殿下を襲った賊も突然城に現れた。神をも恐れの王族殺し。できる者がいるとすれば。
It was him. It was him right there.
王子殿下はすでに創生。他に王位継承権のある方々には王の魔法をなす王爵を告げるほど素養ある御人はおられないようだ。こうなると果たして誰が次の王か。
今から始まろうとしているのはメタファー・リ・ファンタジオのプロローグデモ版だ。収められているのは物語の最序盤のみになるが、基本的に製品版と同じ体験ができるだろう。
Okay, cool, so it can carry the save data over. I might pop it back to English when I can. Which is probably now. There we go. Right, let's go. So, this Louis has murdered the king, and that's all we really know.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Snipes.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Oh, no. You can create a fantasy?
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is.
You know, I'm sort of thinking along the lines of like a non-fiction book, stuff like that, you know, you might read it, influences you, influences what you do in the real life, etc., etc. Not a clue, Lumi, not a clue.
Then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
You're normal.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead.
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Oh, interesting.
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder.
So he is. No horns, no knife is.
Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Unless you want to get stuck like us.
Oh, let's go.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Uh-oh. I fell.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What mission?
What mission?
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Tradia Desert.
Think we'll make it?
You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I was thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Use left stick to move, hold R2 to dash, press circle to dodge enemy attacks. Some actions you can perform. Their corresponding controls displayed on the bottom of the screen. You can use them in a minute to see which way to go. View tutorials you've seen in the main menu.
Stop!
Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move.
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed us yet, though. Press L2 to use face sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it shows up as unknown. Prepare as best as you can.
Strong ones ahead. We gotta be careful.
Okay.
Watch out! No, looks like they found us.
Do I just keep running?
Yikes! I think we're in a little over our heads.
Can say that again.
Look!
Hey, it's an upside down pyramid.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Refresh my memory.
What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
It's as though music is playing directly in my mind. The effects of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
This was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Ooh. They're even putting lore about music playing in the background. That is like a pretty sweet little touch. I like that.
Look.
Hey, look.
Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go.
Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight.
Got a sec? Yep, we're safe here. Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around. I don't like this.
Medicinal herb.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
I mean, how could I not?
Yikes. I think we're in a little over our heads.
Why? What's coming for me?
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Not good. Run for it.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
O great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish, and come forth from thy epoch of glory to grant me. Thanks game, I was reading that.
Whoa, just look.
Whoa.
Get on with it then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
Wow.
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh, hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid. Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
Interesting.
Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have
So
no choice.
that must be the
For
prince
man who
then.
cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Oh, okay. So I'm delivering a message to a contact. Interesting.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway.
Okay, so I'm a friend of the
Now comes the
prince.
high stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us.
Okay.
Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you lost and ask me for advice. Press R1 to open the local map. If you're unsure what to do, try pressing triangle. Gallica always has a good idea, or so she thinks.
Whatever will I do?
Yeah, it'd be rude not to say, wouldn't it?
All right then.
An elder? Here?
This place.
Okay, an igniter. Oh. No, it's its own thing. It's just from the same. It's from the same same developer, Lumi, but it's not a Persona game.
I guess that's the big city for you.
Hey heroes, how's it going?
So many different types too.
What is it?
What's
Go
the
on.
magic igniter?
See, there's a couple in the window.
Oh,
An instrument
that's
plays a tune, an igniter
probably
has some
because it is from
hard to come
the
by out in the country.
Persona devs. You know what I
Wave
mean.
around some shiny stick to use magic. Me, I can whip out magic anytime I like, and I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and
No worries, heroes. Hopefully, once you get through the ads, it should be pretty quick.
I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
The Royal Scepter.
The Royal Scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty, passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic, world-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Interesting.
With no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
No, I'll keep it in mind.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
I'm enjoying the sort of watercolour portraits for the characters. Nope. So what have we got across this street? What is this? A church.
Alright then. Alright then.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong point on the map.
Hey, mister!
And we got a pub and all. Okay. Sprint! Sprinteroonies. Grand Trad Capital. I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and have no one notice that you're an elder, but the people have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall.
All right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment centre we're looking for should just be ahead.
Alright then.
Okay, we won't worry about where it goes. The game wants us to go over there, but I just want to have a little explore first.
That's wrong, though.
Okay, I'm sorry. The game doesn't want me to go that way.
Beg pardon? That's wrong, though.
Okay, we're not allowed that way either just yet.
Alright then.
Yeah, well, to the recruitment centre we go then.
Dear me!
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead. Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. Mark my words. War will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
He's got some confidence.
You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up.
Must be me.
I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Stronger than I look.
With arms like that, you'd have to be. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Will it let me do this again? Alright, cool. Don't know what sort of bearing that's going to have on everything else. We'll see.
Alright, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next.
Okay. What a long line. Guess we've got no choice but to wait our turn. Look at this guy with his fancy sword. Are you really a noble? Take care of a mate to be yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not. It sometimes makes you laugh how, like, obvious some of the you know, major characters are.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What did they call them? Something like, human...
Next! Another Clamar. Wait, no. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Wasted good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force, crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You alright?
Thanks.
You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, you igniter.
Cinder
These days,
Igniter.
most come with their own magma crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
Thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. Captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take many different forms, like I saw in the main street. And take this too.
Protect it with your life.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veteran there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Okay. Waters Day.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well,
okay.
The charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you. Look, I just...
Do like how the main character is voice acted.
In the capital, but still, when you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
It's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is. Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still, the prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were.
Hey, Retro, how we doing? Good to see you. Hope all is well.
He's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. You see, no magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Interesting. So we must be something to do with that book. Yes, let's drop a save. I haven't even gotten into like any combat yet or out like that, but it's pretty standard for an Atlas game, I would say.
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end.
So that's obviously the prince.
But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero?
And that's the curse that's on him.
A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to
Hey
help me
Trev,
through it.
how's it going? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well.
Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me. I won't give up either. Trust me.
Yeah, it's its own game, retro. In essence, it's a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off, you could say. Because obviously the Persona games are a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei games.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Let's see.
Wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. You can view information about your surroundings in the world map. Use the left stick to highlight the location you want to learn about them. Press X.
Let's see. That's where you want to go. Let's see here.
Okay.
This place here. This place.
Let's see. Let's see here.
This place here.
Hey, don't forget. Okay.
Got it. Okay, this is definitely interesting.
Transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination. The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many